Good afternoon. Just wanted to talk today a little bit about the solar eclipse coming up on Thursday, right at sunrise, Central Daylight Time. So we're going to have Gemini rising, Gemini moon, Gemini sun, North node, Mercury retrograde just before the interior or inferior conjunction. All that translates. So the whole lot of Gemini, whole lot of Humpty Dumpty, the mind categorizing and separating. And eclipses occur in cycles of 19 years. So you can go back to May, June, the spring of 2002, see what you were doing and what those middle degrees of Gemini are like. Now, the fact that we've got a square from Neptune and Pisces can suggest that it's not about taking things apart, or it's about also putting things back together again, or using the Gemini inquisitiveness and curiosity to figure out, well, why are you setting these boundaries, or do you need to dissolve some boundaries? That's Neptune. And with Mars, Mr. Toddler planet, being at the very last degree of Cancer, you can look to see what was going on since around April 23rd when he went into Cancer. And the fact that he's at the very last degree, have you tenderized yourself? Are you more vulnerable? Are you more up or easily upsettable by triggers from the past, basically? Because the solar eclipse is allowing the moon or the past instinctive consciousness or subconsciousness to come flooding into where you are. And if it's a Gemini flooding, it can be, you know, overwhelming one day and then not so overwhelming the next. And you can, eclipses occur in pairs. So you can look at the lunar eclipse that happened at the full moon on the 25th of May, I believe. The point is understanding the connection between the Gemini and Sag energies, where the Gemini is the questioner, the reporter, the communicator. This is what the eclipses is bringing: the unexpected, the unpredictable, making us focus or causing us to focus upon the intention behind our words and behind what it is that we say and or think. And by allowing that intention to come bubbling up, Mercury in retrograde gives us time to review, to reevaluate. And since this occurs right before that Sun Mercury conjunction in retrograde, you can use until the June 22nd Mercury direct to really pay attention to those ideas that seem to download, or those truth bombs, as people say, and get to the source of why you want to, why you're thinking this way. And remember that the Neptune will blur or bring in more of the right hemisphere of image making and visionary, even the ajna or the third eye chakra, that Mercury will attempt to steep it down into the language of the five senses. Both are valid. That's like saying an exhale is more important than an inhale. Or, but realize that a lot of truths, universal truths, are paradoxical. Cast your bread upon the waters and it'll return to you tenfold, which just seems like if you hold on to bread, you have more bread. But uh, so it's important to use the logical mind, but make it more of a servant and not your master. Venus is in a sign she likes, Cancer, and so that can soften and make family time a lot more enjoyable, as long as there are no expectations or attachments how the family members are to enjoy that time. So just do what you do, give freely, casting out, and then just sit in quiet and calm repose that you'll receive what it is that your intentions and frequencies can handle. This is Quan out, ourrawmaterial.com. That's ourrawmaterial.com. We begin a whole new week on the 22nd, the 20th, excuse me, of June. Whole new set of the summer uh, meditations. Thank you.